Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this video we are continuing the unboxing journey. So for those of you who are just tuning into this series, I have recently finally moved all of my stuff to my new house. It's all here now, and people keep asking me about my collection, what's in it, all that kind of stuff. So I thought the best way to do this in a digestible format would be to do unboxing videos of my moving boxes, so you can see what I have in the collection, see what old stuff there might be out there that you want me to review, see what I have just in the collection. People ask me about that all the time. I'm not sure why, but they do. And it's just fun to kind of look back at all the figures. I'll give you a few comments on each thing I pull out. We'll talk about it a little bit. It'll be a good time. We'll reminisce, that kind of stuff. So this box is going to be all SH figure arts, I believe. There may be a few odds and ends packed in, but there's a wide variety of figure arts in here. Should be exciting. There should be a ton of stuff. But before we do that, we have to talk about the sponsor for today's video. It's Into the AM. Again, they're sponsoring another video. I'm happy to have them sponsor the videos because their clothes are fantastic. If you haven't seen the other videos, you wouldn't know this yet, but they are a t-shirt company. I mean, they sell other things, but as far as I'm concerned, they are the t-shirt company, the graphic t-shirt company. They do have plain shirts too. I'll talk about that in a second. But if you look, they have really, really colorful designs, and I love them. They are my favorite shirts by far now. I do think the best thing they have is the graphic tees, personally. They have a ton of them. They have a nice bundle deal where if you buy 3, you get them for a discount. You can also do that for the regular tees also. But here's the thing, they're very comfortable, they're very colorful. They are the best fitting t-shirts I have ever owned. Hands down, it's not even close. They fit nicely around the sleeves, nice long waist, very comfortable material, and the printing is the best printing I've ever seen. They're not telling me to say any of this. I can say whatever I want. I could tell them to not do any more sponsor spots. It's up to me. These are my favorite shirts, by far. This one is especially colorful. I like it a whole bunch, and everybody else does too. I keep getting compliments on these shirts. If you guys have purchased any, let me know in the comment section below which ones you got and what you thought about them. But I love this place. I love these shirts. They have tons of designs, and I really like them. I think they're good because they're not comic book shirts, but they're very colorful and they're fun. If you like wearing graphic tees, this is the kind of thing you want to have. Last thing I'll say about it, they do have a t-shirt club. It's like a subscription thing. It's cheaper than buying the shirts regularly, but you get a random design rather than one you pick out. So you can save a little bit of money, but it's a random design. That's up to you, but you can check it out. There is a link in the description below that will save you some extra money. You can get a little bit of a discount and get whatever you want. Okay? All right, so this is the new one. I like it. It's pretty good. Okay, so let's dive in. But before that, I have one more thing. Well, 2 more things. My birthday is next Saturday, so I was thinking, we haven't done this in a very long time, so I was thinking maybe on Sunday we do a Q&A live stream. I've never done a Q&A live stream before, but I used to do a lot of Q&A videos, and you guys seem to like that, but it's been a long time, many years. So if you guys would be interested in a live stream sometime midday Sunday, a week from the day you're watching this, if you're watching it the day it was uploaded, that's Sunday the 18th, by the way. That it would happen. Let me know if you guys think that would be a fun thing. It'd be like an hour, 2 hours. You guys can just submit questions. I'll talk to the camera, and it'll be a good time. And then the last thing I want to talk about before we get into the toys. I know you want the toys. We'll get there. A lot of people have been asking me since I recently got married to get my wife on camera. Not sure why exactly. Could be weird, but in the spirit of indulging, if you guys would like to see my wife on camera, I'm thinking one good thing that we might be able to do together on camera is we could do an unboxing where she tries to explain what the things are in the box as she pulls them out. I'll be here too, and I'll give you guys the commentary on what they are, and I'll say what they are. But it might be fun to let her, because she's not into collecting. She's not into this stuff. She'll know 90s stuff probably, but let me know if you think that's a good idea. I think that would be a lot of fun to let a novice collector, so to speak, somebody who's not into this, try to explain what the characters are and if they're good figures or not. It might be fun. Let me know if you guys think that's a good idea. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with this SH Figure Arts Yellow Ranger. I adjusted the lighting again. Hopefully it's good. You guys can see everything nicely. There's so many Power Ranger figures out there now. I got rid of all of them except for the figure arts. These figures definitely still have their own flaws. I had to keep one set, and these are the nicest quality figures. The Bandai ones, the Hasbro ones, they just weren't doing it for me anymore, so I got rid of those. I kept these. The rest should be in here. We'll see. There's a whole bunch of stuff in this box. There we have Pink Ranger. I have reviewed, I believe, everything in this box, so you can check out the old reviews if you want to. But if you want, once I'm done reviewing all the current stuff that I haven't reviewed yet, I will go back and review old stuff if you guys are into something like that. You can always request what you want to see in upcoming videos. So these are all solid figures. They're not impressive in many ways, but they are pretty good. All right, we're gonna pull out some of these. I have a bunch of stands just wedged in here. Like I said, these are moving boxes, so you don't want things to bounce around too much. So I have a whole bunch of Act 4 stands. These are the ones I use for most things if I'm gonna put it on display. They're made for figure art size figures, but they can work for Legends easy. I even use them for Storm. You just have to tighten up the nuts a little bit. Always a good idea to tighten up the nuts. Okay, this is another one. This is a Mecha stand, Tamashii Nations Trident stand. And all that is a three-way stand that you can put stuff on. It's generally meant for Mecha. It's cool for like if you're gonna do like the Gundam, like where there's like the what is it, age 1? I can't remember what they're called. Never mind. It's just like if you want to do a 3 set of Gundams or something like that, you could do that. All right, what else do we have in here? More. Okay, so these are individual Gundam type stands. These are the Act 5. Same thing as the 4, just a different shaped base and slightly heavier duty arms. I don't know that they're actually any stronger. I think they're supposed to be, but like they have ratchets for parts of them, but then the other parts are the same types of hinges, so they're nice enough. Oh my gosh, how many do I have? And then we have some more Act 4s. And this isn't even all of them, probably. We'll see. All right, next up is Captain America Civil War Iron Man Mark 46. One of the better figures, I think. One of the better Iron Man figures. Definitely has its fair share of flaws. I've reviewed this relatively recently, and I've done some comparisons relatively recently as well. And it's a decent one. It's definitely a solid release. One of the better Iron Man suits, if you ask me. All right, let's stick on that trend. Here's the Mark 7 Hall of Armor version. Obviously you can't see anything in there. That's not my fault, they didn't make it a window box. So this one comes with a janky ass piece of Hall of Armor, which some people say theirs light up nicely. Every Hall of Armor piece I've ever gotten looked like crap. So this is what's inside the box. You can see Iron Man and all of his gadgets in there, and then the Hall of Armor next to him. It's another SH Figure Arts. It's a really strong release. It's the Mark 7, so that's always a good thing. But the Hall of Armor is not good, and it's somewhat difficult to get the figure without the Hall of Armor. You can do it. Hall of Armor is a waste of money, if you ask me. Alright, next up. Another similar situation. Which one is this? Mark 6 or Mark 5? Mark 4. Doesn't have the triangular chest piece. So this is the Mark 4. Same setup as the other one, but let's go ahead and take a look anyway. This is another one, like, these Iron Man figures, I've had most of them, and then I just sold off the ones I didn't care for as much. These ones are, as far as I'm concerned, the better releases. And I know I reviewed these two fairly recently, so there's too much plastic in there, too much glare. But they're definitely some of the best releases as far as accuracy, as far as articulation, and overall aesthetic. There have been some serious duds in the Iron Man figures. These ones are not some of them as far as I'm concerned. Okay, next up we have both versions of the Mafex Spider-Man. This is the regular version without the cell shading. So that's like your standard semi-metallic blue with the red. And that's pretty nice. That's the basic release. And then over here we have, with the broken hand, the cartoon version of, or the comic version of Spider-Man with the heavy shading. And there you go. And I remember when I reviewed this, I talked about how the red doesn't have the heavy styling like the blue does. Like you can see on here, maybe it's easier to see. The blue has the very heavy like color block shading. And I said how the red doesn't have the right kind of shading. And everybody's like, no, the red's not supposed to have heavy shading like the blue. I know, but it also isn't supposed to have feathery shading. It still should have color blocks if it's cartoon style, or none at all. It shouldn't have the feathery shading. Like look, you can even see right here, this demonstrates what I'm talking about. The red doesn't have any of the black on there, it's just solid red. So that's how the figure should be. The blue has the black, that's fine. The red needs to match the style, not the type of shading. Does that make sense? Maybe not, but it should. All right, moving on. Let's continue with the Power Rangers. Here we have the SRC Megazord, which is one of the best looking Megazords in my opinion. Obviously it's not a functional Megazord, it's just an action figure of Megazord, but it is gorgeous. Super hard to come by, or at least it was for a while. Can't say if it is or not now, but I'm gonna take off the top part of the clamshell so you can see. It's not really a clamshell, it's a blister. But he comes with effect parts, one for the horn, one for the sword, shield, interchangeable hands. It's all, not all, but there's a lot of die cast. Please don't fall out. No! Something fell out. It's a wonderful, wonderful piece. 2 somethings fell out, 2 hands fell out. That's what I get for messing around. But yeah, if you are into Megazord at all, you should get this piece. Look for it. It's a good one. I reviewed it not that long ago. I'm not sure it warrants a new review. But if you want to see a new one, let me know and I might be able to get that done for you. Alright, let's talk about some more power. There's a lot of figure arts in here. Alright, here's the armored Red Ranger, which is the same thing as half of a Red Ranger and half of a Green Ranger put together. All the figures, all the male figures are basically the same with different colors. And this one happens to have the shieldy parts. So, these figures are not exciting releases, but they come loaded with accessories and they're good enough. Here's Black Ranger. I do remember a Black Ranger with the armor, if you want one of those. I think that does exist. I might, if it does, I have it. Yep, alright, I do. It's right there. So that's an option. I know a lot of people like the armored Black Ranger. So that's a cool release. Let's see, what else do we have here? We have, regular Green Ranger. These are the Japanese packages, these two. So that's the Green Ranger. You know it's Japanese because it has the, well, you can't really see it. You can see it on the back. But it comes with extra accessories that didn't come with the American release. And the packaging's a little bit different. Same thing with Red Ranger. He comes with a different belt and a collar piece. I'll show you that on the back as well. So those are the two. If you're going to track down Japanese releases for those, I would get those two. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure all the other figures had the same stuff across releases. Not positive, though. Here's the White Ranger. Definitely not a bad getup, a bad release. I like it. The shoulder pads are a little clunky, but still a fun one. They did a good job with it. Here's the special version of the Green Ranger with less stuff and an alternate head. So that's something you might want to track down. I think, yeah, we have a White Ranger like that too, and a White Ranger. So I got all the main MMPR releases from SH Figure Arts. I didn't get any of the other ones. Don't like them. I do like these well enough anyway. They're okay. Alright, what else? Ooh, we have a bunch. There's D-Arts in here. There's a bunch of D-Arts, a bunch more figure arts, and a couple of 4-inch Nell figures. There's a lot going on in this box. This is going to be an exciting one for those of you who like things and stuff. Alright, so here's a Tamashii Nations 2012 HO1 release, which I can't show you because it's in the box. So I'm going to show you by opening it. This is an unboxing. Now technically, there's a box here and I'm taking stuff out of the box. That qualifies this as an unboxing. So for those of you who are complaining that I don't open every individual figure, you have no ground to stand on in the court of law. So there's the HO1, one of my favorite figures in this wave. I do believe they are releasing another season of Tiger and Bunny coming up very soon. For those of you who are into that sort of thing, this is good news. And for those of you who sold off your Tiger and Bunny stuff before it was announced, that sucks, because it's probably worth a whole lot more than the discount pricing it was before. Alright, here's the Darkness Bunny. Another special version in a box rather than in an open package. So what I'm going to do is open it up for you. You guys can see it. I have reviewed these all within the last few years, I want to say. Maybe it's not been a few years. But Darkness Bunny, very cool looking. If you're not familiar with Tiger and Bunny at all, you can Google it. People seem to not know about Google anymore. But I'll tell you right now, it's kind of like the main two characters, Tiger and Bunny, are kind of like Iron Man suits, give or take. And then they have some special abilities and stuff. And then it's a bunch of other like superheroes that make up a league of superheroes. It's entertaining enough. It's not the best thing ever, but it's a decent enough storyline, cool character designs, and I think that's what really sells it. And you'll see the character designs here, because that's what we're looking at. Alright, here's another exclusive one. This is the Barnaby Brooks prototype. Barnaby Brooks Jr. prototype suit. That's why it's a different color scheme. Another fun one to have because it is like an unusual type color scheme, so I like that. Alright, there's a lot of reissues with different slight changes and things across the line for these figures. Here's one. This guy is called Fire Emblem. No relation to the Smash Brothers roster. He probably should make it into Smash at some point though, given the name Fire Emblem. Alright, here we have Sky High. This guy flies around and doesn't do a whole lot in this show. Neither does Fire. Most of these characters are side characters, like hardcore side characters. Here's Barnaby Brooks Jr., aka Bunny. That's the regular version. And then we also have, well, I'll get to the other part in a minute. I don't have it reachable. And then here's Wild Tiger. These are the two main guys, the green and the red guy, Iron Man suits. These are a lot of fun figures. They're very, very highly detailed, and the articulation is pretty nice. Origami Cyclone, one of the best detailed figures ever released. He has almost no role in the show, but he's in it, and the figure itself is gorgeous. Very poseable, very well detailed. It's a nice release. Blue Rose, not the best figure ever, breaks very easily. Only female character, I believe, that got a figure. No, there's one more, Dragon Kid. But it's fine. If you're collecting the whole roster, then it's not going to hurt to have it. It's fine. Rock Bison, one of the bigger figures. He's a lot of fun. Doesn't pose as well because he's so chunky, but he's a good one. Okay. Let's reach down here and see what we have. Oh, this is the Get Wild Tiger face open version. It's another special edition. I got all the special editions that weren't just slight decal variants. And if you haven't been able to tell by the description or by the photo there, all this is the regular figure with his helmet opened up. Kind of like the way Iron Man's helmet opens up. You can see his face. So that's a fun one to have. If you're putting these things on display, a little bit of variety goes a long way. Also, it lets you rhyme if you have something to say. Oh, I wish I didn't do that. Alright, okay, we'll just keep going with the Tiger and Bunny for now, and then we'll move on to the other stuff. So this is Barnaby Brooks Style 2, basically a slightly updated version of the regular suit. Pretty fancy, I like that. And this is the same thing for Wild Tiger. Slightly updated suit, different details. Overall, same type of figure though. This guy, Golden Ryan, not the best character ever, but definitely a cooler version of the other two. I think as far as the suit goes, the wings and the gold and the blue and the white, very, very nice. This figure is so prone to breaking though. If you buy one of these and you're snapping his wings in the back, do not touch them. They break off without any effort at all. Be very, very careful. Alright, here's the Lunatic, or just Lunatic. He's the villain from the show. Very creative design. I like it. A lot of translucent plastic in this package. Very fun. Good release. Now we have a bunch of stuff in cardboard. So I'm going to pop these out of the cardboard for you. This is the top mag version. So this is him before he got the powered up suit. This is him in his classic suit. Alright, so he's just got that blue and white spandex going on. So that's one you might want to track down again for a little bit of variety. Don't need a bunch of Iron Man suited characters. Here we have... Oh! Hold on, we'll get to that in a second. Alright, here's one of the ones. This is the one I mentioned, the other female Dragon Kid. Barely in the show if I remember correctly, but a fun enough figure, well executed. They did a really good job capturing the likeness of the characters and giving them good accessories, so it's a really fun line to collect. You can track most of them down, or at least you could, for pretty cheap, but I don't know if that's still accurate. Alright, now it's time to move on to Mega Man. Everything we have going out here, from here on out, is Mega Man. First one is Vava, Japanese name, but you guys may know him as Vile. He's the villain, or one of the villains from the Mega Man X series. And he's a pretty cool character design. Based off of Boba Fett slightly, that is a factual statement. I'm not making that up. That's what he looks like. Pretty fun release. All these Mega Man figures are pretty fun. They're older, so they're not like the most intricately designed things, but sometimes simple is good. And I like these. So here we have Black Zero. So Zero is Mega Man's buddy from, well, X's buddy from Mega Man X. This is the black version of Zero. Should be easier to come by, this version, I think, than the red. But this is the repaint or recolor of Zero Type 2. I'll show you Zero Type 1 and Zero Type 2. Throwing lots of information at you guys in this video. I'll show you both of those in just a minute. Alright, here's Fort, or Forte, depending on if you know how to read or not. And this is the Mega Man bad guy. Not the best figure ever, but it is an accurate, more or less, figure, and he comes with the dog. So that's kind of cool. Fun little set for the classic Mega Man fans. I think you guys might like that. I do have the Mega Man to show you. I have all of these. I collected every single one of the D-Arts Mega Man figures, so they're all right here. You'll get to see them. Alright, so here's X. Good old X. One of my first, maybe my first Mega Man figure ever. So it's nice. They all come with nice blast effects, even if they're a little bit heavy. And you can swap out the parts, So that's really nice. Like you can see down here, you can swap out the boots or things to create the various levels of suiting up. It's very nice. This is a well put together line. It's a shame they don't do this kind of stuff anymore. Okay, so here's Zero. This is Zero Type 1. Note the shoulder pads, round white shoulder pads, spherical shoulder pads. That's the original version of Zero. Zero is a guy, by the way, if you're not familiar. Just long hair, because 90s. So there's Zero. Regular Type 1, the oldest release of Zero. And then we have... Alright, I don't know why I have two of them. I have two. I might end up selling one. I don't know why I have two. I'll have to look into that. But here's Zero Type 2. Notice the square shoulder pads with the red trim on them. That's the version that they repainted for the black Zero, which is accurate, so that's good. But this one was... I think the reason I have two is I have the original release, and then I also have the reissue. I think that's what it is. So if I'm right about that, I think I am, you should be able to track down Zero Type 2 fairly easily because they reissued it not that long ago. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I could be wrong. There's a lot of toy knowledge in here, and a lot of it is just gone. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, one of my personal favorites. This one was SDCC exclusive, and it's just the metallic vacuum chrome version of X, and I love it. It's very hard to get one that's not all chipped up. Can't even show you. The whole box is shiny, but it's really hard to show you that. But this guy is gorgeous on a shelf. Very, very shiny. Love that. Shiny things are good. Okay, this one. This is my personal favorite. This is a special edition one, as you can see over here. No window. And what this is, it's a regular X, but not quite. Like the body's normal. Body's plain. It might be slightly more metallic. Let me see here. No, that's not the one. Where's regular X? I lost it. Okay, so that's right. So here we go. This is the version that I'm talking about right now. It has the anime faces. So that's really cool. And then his chesticle plates right here, instead of gray, they're purpley. And he does come with a busted up buster. I believe his hands are blue and the other ones are white. Is that accurate? Yes. So his hands are also blue. So this is like the manga version, I believe. Yeah, comic version. So that's a fun one. I like that, especially with the faces. It makes it stand out a lot on the shelf instead of just having a bunch of the same faces like all the other ones have. They did a good job capturing the likeness and the details. All right, so here's the regular version of X. You can see he's got grayer chest plates and can't really see the hands too well. And white hands. I'll show you the back. That's the regular version. Good luck finding this guy. He did get reissued at some point. They used to be like 30 bucks when they came out. Man, figures have come a long way. 30 bucks for a figure like this. Nowadays it's like 60. It wasn't that long ago. Anyway, should be, if the reissue happened a second time. I don't think it did. Either way, good luck. Okay, so here is X with the ultimate armor, full armor, I don't remember what it's called. Super duper armor with the purple and like the just very Gundam design. This one's way over the top for me. Don't like it personally, but it is a very strong release. Lots of nice details. They did a good job with that. Lastly, for the D-Arts figures, I think maybe is regular original Mega Man or Rockman. He comes with Rush and the little helmet dude. Can't remember what it's called. But good release. Perfectly accurate. Definitely not little slim, slender. But it's definitely a fun one. I think you'll like it if you're into that sort of thing. Okay, next up we have these guys. These are the 4-inch Nell Mega Man. For whatever reason, maybe because they're a little bit more accurate, even though they're smaller, they have, or at least had, shot up in price like you wouldn't believe. They're good figures, but they aren't that good. They're not crazy good. You're not going to be able to see much on there. They're a little bit less stylized. They're a little squattier, definitely shorter. I may be selling those because I don't really want them anymore. If they're worth a ton, I'm going to sell them and buy some more fun stuff. But that's the 4-inch Nell badge. All right, then we have two more. We have this, the True Force Designer Series X, and it's a bigger figure based on concept art, and it lights up and has all kinds of fun details. And again, I've reviewed everything that I've showed you today, so if you want to check out those reviews, you can do that. If you don't, I may be able to do new reviews for you in the near future. All right, and then the last thing is SDCC exclusive, which has basically the full armor or whatever it's called color scheme. I never got the black and silver version, or at least if I did, I sold it. There is another one. I think that was Kickstarter exclusive. But I love this one. I love it. The white and blue and yellow just looks so nice, and it does light up, just like the other one. It's just a repaint, but it is gorgeous. Hard to see. There you go. Very nice figure. And that's it for this box, guys. That was a long enough video, 25 minutes. Let me know which things you want me to re-review or not. Let me know which things you like. Let me know if you like the idea of doing the live Q&A next Sunday for a couple of hours midday. That would be fun for me. We haven't done a Q&A in a long time. Let me know if you do want to see a video where I have my wife on camera and she helps me go through stuff and we see what she comes up with in terms of what's good, what's not good, if she can figure out what characters do what, things like that. It'll be interesting, I think, to have somebody who doesn't know about this stuff at all talk about it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Some people are wanting that, some people aren't. So let me know what you think. And I think that would be a lot of fun. I'd love to get her on camera. That would be fun. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. If you made it this far, just let me know. Just answer those questions, and that'll be good. Or if you have any other questions, ask them, but not like Q&A questions, like questions about this stuff. Okay? Okay. That'll do it. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If they still have the feature, you can give it a thumbs down if you want to. It won't hurt my feelings. If you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos almost every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. Check out Into the AM if you want some cool shirts. And in the meantime, keep collecting.